Zoom, इसको देखो. Zoom, इसको देखो.
Aamir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. But first we want to check, are you a man or a machine?
I'm very much human, Omar.
Do we check?
You can please check it, feel free.
Okay, but what's with the new beard look? You know, you are the new stud boy in town. Everyone's saying you're the new poster boy for machismo.
Well, essentially the look that you see for the film, that you see me in is for the film. I think that the director had a particular vision in mind for what the character should look like, you know. So even the hair is really buzzed, really short, and physically he wanted the person to look really tough, and so I trained for about a year and a month. I'm glad that people like it. I'm glad that people have liked the look. And
people are loving it. I mean, the movie is completely full. It's breaking all kinds of records, box office records already. But you know, what kind of audiences do you think are going in?
It's really amazing to see the kind of opening the film has got. It's 4 times bigger than any previous film. So I'm guessing that it's all kinds of people. I've been watching the reactions on TV of people who've seen the film, and they're women and men and youngsters and kids and, you know, the youth.
Everyone is waiting for this one, you know, like the beard look, the promotions, everything's just right. The hype was perfect. Yeah. So what do you attribute that to, the hype? You yourself?
You know, I guess like always, it's a combination of a number of things. People have been liking my work. I would like to believe that they would like to see my next film. I have only one film a year, and this is that film, so I'm assuming that would contribute to the opening. Over the last few years, there's been a lot of comedies and romances coming out, and after very long, people are looking forward to seeing a really good action film, the kind of action that people haven't seen on Hindi screen before. So I think that added to its appeal. Also the kind of marketing that the team did.
Right.
I think everything kind of contributed to that.
The team did, Aamir did. I mean, everyone's saying it's pure Aamir.
No, I'm part of the team. I mean, certainly my contribution is there, but I'm not the only guy. My belief always, no matter which film I'm promoting, is that you have to be honest with the film that you're promoting.
Which you've always been, extremely honest with every subject. But there are rumors, you know, I mean, whispers rather, that the movie is too violent.
People are really loving the action. So I think that that's one of its plus points.
Right.
It's one of its strengths, because when I saw the film as well, when the film was offered to me, I was just blown away with the action, you know, kind of action that I've not seen before. So I think the action is certainly one of the strengths of the film, as opposed to the weakness. It's one of the big strengths of the film. And what is also one of the strengths of the film is the romance, because that is something that people are not aware of and they're not expecting. The heart of this film is a love story.
Did you have an apprehension after what happened 26/11 that you know, is the time right to release a movie like this?
Any of these things are not in our control to begin with in any case. On the 26th of November was very traumatic and sad and shocking for all of us. And each one of us is trying to deal with it in our own way. Whether that would have an impact on any film is something that nobody can really predict.
Right.
I think judging by the kind of response that people are giving to the film and the kind of huge advance in opening that it has got, perhaps it is the film is something which is connecting with them.
Right.
You know, at this frame of in this frame of mind where the story is about a simple guy whose life has been traumatized. And that is what has happened to all our lives today. You know, we have been through trauma. Somebody close to us has been taken away from us. Someone who we love tremendously has been taken away from us.
And knowing it's not real, it's on. Yeah.
Certainly, I think that you see, the film is essentially a revenge story.
Yeah.
And we are all law-abiding citizens, and you know, we don't take law into our own hands, and we should not. And so, cinema or literature or, you know, the arts gives us that escape. When we see our heroes doing what we would like to do, and we know that we would not do in our real lives.
Right.
It's the kind of escapist cinema that you saw when Amitabh Bachchan was at his peak. You know, when you felt a lot of rebellion in you.
Yeah.
And often you could not do certain things that you would have liked to do. But you saw your hero doing it, and that emotionally satisfied you. You know, that is what escapist cinema is all about.
Okay. But you have been the quintessential romantic hero, you know, right from QSQT. Now, you've done
I think that I left that long back.
Yeah, but you've done Raak, you've done Bazi, you know, and not done really violent movies as such. So what convinced you to do this kind of violence?
I think that what appealed to me about the film was its emotional depth, and the love story in it. And I think that really good action works when you have an emotional base for it.
Right.
And in this case, when I saw the film, I felt that all the action and all the anger and pain that the character was going through was justified because of what happened. And unless that happens, I think no film really works to the extent that this has worked.
Yeah. And it is huge. Did you change the last half an hour? Yeah, I mean...
the director, who's also the writer of the original.
Right.
So he wrote and directed the original Tamil version and then, of course, the Hindi. In the first meeting that we had, after I saw the film, he expressed to me that he would like to work on the last half an hour of the film. That is a portion that he reworked. And so the last half an hour is entirely different from what he made originally.
You were one of the first actors, Aamir, who actually changed his look with every movie and consistently changed your look to suit the character. Now everyone else is doing it. So what are you going to do next, which is going to start a trend?
Well, my attempt has never been really to start a trend. I'm just trying to do what the character requires and what the film requires and what my director wants me to do.
In an Aamir Khan movie, it's only Aamir Khan. And the newcomers and everybody else. I mean, there's no star system which really supports Aamir Khan. Aamir Khan is the system, he's the support, he's a star. So you agree with that?
Not really. I think as far as the films that I'm involved with go, the attempt of the director is to really cast the film according to what the requirement is. And often when we're doing that, we try and see who's the most appropriate person for the part. Me included. I mean, am I appropriate for the part? That's where I come in. I mean, whether I'm in the film or not also depends on whether the director thinks I'm right for the part. So each person, whether it's me or any of the other actors, are cast based on their how well they fit each of the characters. And they might be stars, they might not be stars. That is something that is not relevant.
Right.
For example, Fana had Kajal and me, and she's a huge star.
Yeah.
Rang De Basanti had a lot of actors in it who were not yet stars, young actors making their first couple of films. Asin is a very successful star down south, and this is the first Hindi film. Tare Zameen Par had me with a little child in it. Then all the decisions are creative, and they're not market driven thereafter. In that sense, yes. And so it gives us the freedom to actually cast. The director gets the freedom to cast exactly as per the creative requirements of the roles.
Asin is new to Bollywood. She may be a big star in the south. She's new here. So how do you deal with the reports that she wasn't happy because she wasn't promoted enough, or she was kept under lock and key? I mean, how much truth
every
is
film
there?
that comes out, all these reports come out.
How do you deal with that?
I just ignore them. They're totally untrue, so I ignore them.
And Jia Khan also was apparently left to her own devices.
I think Jia and Asin are both very happy with the film. And they're both very happy with the kind of experience they've had in the making of the film. As far as I know, that's what they've expressed to me, at least.
Right.
I have no reason to disbelieve that.